Creating slices in Illustrator. So slices divide our artwork into areas to be output as individual or smaller files. This allows for faster downloads, and it basically segregates the different types of page elements. For instance, in this example that I have, this area here could be HTML text. I could have bitmap graphics. I could have Illustrator symbols. I could just define an empty area to reduce the file size, thus making it download faster. Now, the issue with slices is that they can be a little hard to manage. Imagine slices like pieces in a puzzle. So you still have the overall composition, you have still the overall puzzle, but you're breaking it into little components, little pieces that when put back together make your big picture. So we have a couple of different ways to make a slice. Slices are invisible, slices won't print. We can either define slices ourselves, or we can use an auto slice feature that Illustrator offers. So let's go ahead first and use the make slice command. So when we utilize the make slice command, it's going to match the dimensions that I have for these images, the bounding boxes here. So I have some imported graphics, actually, some pictures, because I wanted to show the different things that we have going on here. The buttons are a symbol. I've got a group here of an illustration with some different effects on it. But you notice the bounding box here. So let's go ahead and create slices from this bounding box. Okay, you can see that the text is there as well. Under Object, Menu, and Slice and Make. So like I said, this option is going to match the dimensions of the bounding box of the object. And I actually get quite a few things happening here. And the nice thing with this is that it will auto adjust. I'm going to undo this, and just for simplicity's sake, let's choose the Creative Flowers text here, and let's make a slice out of that. So again, Object, Menu, Slice, and Make. So it captures this bounding box around the text. However, it does an automatic generation of slices in the areas not defined. And just imagine that slices have to be boxes and squares. We can't have angles, we can't have circles. It has to be boxes. So if I were to move this text down a little bit, I'll hold my Shift key to constrain proportions, move it down, the slices will automatically adjust if moved down. So that's a nice feature. I'll Control Z to undo that. Now if I select something like this flower and do a slice and make, you can see what's going to happen is it's trying to make a slice out of that, but I still have a slice from the end of my S here coming down as well. And I'll again do this bottom part here, and you'll see how crazy this can actually get, because I have text on top of a symbol, I have pictures, and then I have the space in between. Everything is sliced up. The little numbers indicate my slices. Okay, so that's the make slice command. Potential option. I'm just going to undo to backtrack out of this and show you one other method. We have a slice tool. So the slice tool looks like, I think, an X-Acto knife. It might be hiding under the slice selection tool. So the slice tool here allows us to draw a rectangle on this artboard where I want a slice to go. Now it's independent of the artwork, so if I move the artwork, such as moving the text, it's not going to automatically generate and update it. So if I click around here, now you can see I have slices. Again, I get one slice. It has to be all boxes. I can't have any irregular shapes, so I have a slice going across the top, a slice right here, a slice over my text, a fourth slice over here at this part, and then the slice here. Okay. Now the easiest method from doing this would be, I'm going to undo, maybe use your guides and drag down a guide. Now I'm going to have a little bit of an issue here because of how this flower sticks above a little bit. So I may have to, think about how this would all work out. Now I have one more method that I can use to create my slices, and I'll just drag out a few more guides here to show you. That method would be to actually create my slices from the guides. In this case, I would divide everything up. What tends to happen with some of these methods is I get a lot of unnecessary slices. So creating from guides definitely is the most time efficient. It's going to be your fastest method, most straightforward and the simplest. I'm going to go to my object menu, slice, and here we can do it from guides. And there you can see that it did a slice everywhere there was a guide. It broke it up into pieces from those guides. What will happen, as you can see in the text here, is that I get an unnecessary division where Illustrator generated just too many slices for this area that I want to define. We do have a slice selection tool where I can select a slice. And you can do some editing. Here's a slice, here's the slice, here's the slice. You can see that it's highlighted. Here's the slice, here's the slice. A little bit difficult to see, but you can find them. Now if I select and hold down my Shift key and get all of these slices that include my text, there are 4 of them, I can go under my object menu again, back to slices, and this time I can merge them or combine those slices. By combining the slices, now I just have 1 instead of 4 individual because I want this to treat as one. Now if I were to take my flower as it is and take the 4 different divisions, actually 5 if you count the little bit of petal that sticks up here in this slice, there is a potential issue here where I could get a little bit of a color shift because the slices, the colors fall into different slices. My slices could get compressed just a little bit differently, and that would cause a slight color shift. So you have to be very aware of that and cautious of that. So that's how we create slices in Illustrator.